Hey, what's up everybody? Prospector here with Watcher Realms. Welcome to the channel. Guys, we have some crazy new updates coming up, some new content, some new UI changes. We have some new heroes, all kinds of new things coming up. So without further ado, let's dig in. Alright, so this is right here in the game. So if you want to go and look over this stuff, you're more than welcome to. Kind of follow along if you want to. By the way, before we even get started, if you enjoy these types of videos, see my opinion on things, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, leave a comment down in the comment section down below to help the algorithm out. Anyways, moving on. We're going to go right into this view over here because it just seems to be a little bit better. So update content preview. Exciting news, commanders. Our latest update drops on 3/10, bringing you new faction trial stages, the next thrilling season of Guild War, new artifacts, and more. Scroll down for more details. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. All right. So we have the faction trials, we have the new artifacts coming, and we have the Guild War new season also coming in as well. And there's also going to be a new guild boss. We'll go over that in just a moment. New challenges in Faction Trial, available after the update. Faction Trial will introduce new challenges with stages 13 to 15, where stage 15 is a boss stage. The Watcher and Esoteria Faction Trials will be available first, with other Faction Trials launching later. So they're going to just be like upping the ante for what you're going to be able to get out of the Faction Trials. And also, it's going to be much more challenging. So it's going to give you good reason to invest in a lot more units, which is absolutely a good thing. This is something I feel like we lack. So something like the North Throne faction, there's some heroes you're going to want to invest in, but there's plenty of them that you're just like, I don't really need them. You might need them now. So that's something to keep in mind, especially the ESO faction. All the factions together, they're all going to be needing more heroes to be upgraded, which is what we need. Is good motivation to do so. So the Trial of the Watchers. In Watchers Trials, stages 13 to 15, monsters will receive enhancement effects from other monsters. Some monsters can ignore block effects. Recommend commanders are recommended to use heroes with long range or unlimited range attacks. Heroes with knockback or control abilities are also effective counters. And of course, Ingrid, Ares, and Idril are going to be in there. That's a long range, global range. Ares is a very long range fighter. And then we have Ingrid. She just blasts all the way across the stage as well, besides the fact that she does an incredible amount of damage. We also have a lot of heroes with knockback, like Callista, Edith. We have Borut. I think that's all there is actually in the Watcher faction. And then heroes with control, that's going to be like Sun Wukong. The Watcher faction is actually really powerful nowadays. Livian, Evelyn, and Ein as well. So good reason to be using some of these heroes. The boss of the Trial of Watchers, stage 15, will periodically gain damage increase and damage reduction buffs. Commanders are recommended to use offensive dispelling abilities to counter this mechanic and dispel the boss's buffs in time. So we're looking at Lucius for most people. If you haven't been playing for a long time, you may have missed out on Kagiri. This can be an issue as far as dispelling goes, because all you're left with is Lucius, and that's going to be your only way to get rid of those buffs. Not saying right now that that's the only way to beat it, but yeah, it's going to be hard to get rid of those buffs if you don't have Kagiri, because Lucius is actually a pretty tough pull for a lot of people. All right, the Trial of ESO. This is just kind of like a preview of what's going to be happening. Stage mechanics. The Trial of the Esoteria stages 13 through 15 features a large number of monsters. Commanders can counter these monsters with high block defending heroes. These stages have high survival pressure, so it's recommended to use heroes who can provide unlimited range healing to increase the team's survivability. Obviously, we have Ezrin in there and Elowen in there for the extra range. Elowen's going to be bringing that Wood Elf. Ezrin can just heal out of range. Then we have a couple of good defenders in Cyrus, Trusk, and Ardeth. These heroes have a decent high block. The extra spawns coming from, or summons coming from Cyrus. The high block from Trusk and Ardeth is going to be very useful. The boss in Trial of ESO stage 15 increases its attack speed with consecutive attacks on the same target. This effect can be reset by disarm. Commanders are recommended to add heroes with disarm abilities to the team. The boss can also steal rage from your allied heroes and reduce their rage regen. So I think the heroes with disarm, I think they're talking about that curse. They have to be talking about the curse. Let me pull up the game quick and we'll go and look to see what they're talking about with disarm. I don't remember them ever showing disarm. No hex maybe? Just continuous magic damage. More hex. More hex. I don't know. Is it the curse? Unable to perform the basic attack. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's the curse that's in there. I'm not really sure what the disarm is, to be honest with you. I haven't been able to actually figure that out. Anyways.
Huh?
And then heroes with rage regen is going to be Elwyn and Laurel, of course. New artifacts. New artifacts. Mask of Dark Desire. This is going to be for Lord Phineas. Mask of Dark Desire increases Lord Phineas's damage against burning targets. Basic attack reduces damage dealt by targets. And Blade of Treachery also reduces damage dealt by targets. Against burning targets, I mean, he's usually got to have burn up there, so that's probably fine. Basic attack reduces damage dealt by the targets, so the damage coming in. I think this is going to help him a lot in that new Sauryan boss, and that's something to take into consideration. I think it's going to be very helpful. Then we have Chaotic Doomblade for Valderon. Chaotic Doomblade further increases Valderon's damage. This effect doubles when HP is low, and his HP goes really low. When Valderon gains 1 stack of Chaotic Vitality, it also inflicts vulnerability to physical damage on nearby enemies. This is quite the buff, actually. So if you have yourself a Valderon and you have this exclusive artifact, he's now becoming even more powerful, which kind of strikes me as a little odd because he's really hard to counter in almost anything that he does, especially when it comes to arena. But he should be, I guess. He's one of the best lords in the game. Alright, on to Sentinel's Eye. This is for Yovar. Sentinel's Eye further increases Yovar's single target damage. When the ultimate is activated, each of Yovar's flying swords grants a certain penetration. So I'm guessing this should, I hope it goes up to 30%. I actually cannot see that right now. I would have to go and try to craft a bunch of them or forge a bunch of them on the test server to get a hold of this as the get a hold of this at the moment if it's even in there. But extra penetration, extra damage. Hopefully it can beat out the Spirit Siphon. That's all I could say. Generic artifacts. Cadaver Dagger. Cadaver Dagger increases max HP and damage for defend heroes. After taking damage, these effects double for certain duration. I mean, I guess defenders, they want them to start doing some damage. They're gonna need some artifacts that kind of help contribute to that damage, right? Because as of right now, they don't really have anything besides increasing their ability to defend. Then we need to be able to increase their damage. So this is also increasing their max HP. So we're getting an HP increase and a damage increase. It's a good idea, honestly. Guild Wars Season 8. Here's the maps for the Central Keep and the defense towers. You can see these in game again. It's gonna be a high attack range kind of maps is what they're saying. It looks like it's just gonna be another. Maybe the defense tower isn't really that Ingrid reliant, but the Central Keep seems like you're gonna be going through Ingrid. Maybe not. Maybe not. It looks like they made it kind of difficult because you're gonna spawn over here, but you can actually put your heroes right up on where they spawn, which is super interesting. I don't think that's ever been like that before. You can surround the spawn of the demons. I don't know how that's gonna go. Anyways, new season exclusive demon soldiers. Alright, and they also have added a new demon soldier called Chaos Shaman. Periodically grants enhanced basic attack to nearby ground allied demon soldiers. The enhancement effect gains a bonus on demon soldiers with the Mark of Chaos ability. And we have a new season emote and a new season avatar border as well. They look pretty cool, actually. I like these emotes. I like the border. The demon soldier, I don't know. Enhanced basic attack to nearby ground allied demon soldiers. Enhancement effect gains a bonus on demon soldiers with the Mark of Chaos ability. I don't know. It's really weird. It's hard to say until we actually get to use this demon soldier and see how it's gonna go. As far as the test server goes, GVG is not really a thing. It's like non-existent, so it's not something that we can actually test. I really wish the devs would help us out on that one. Gladiator's Gauntlet Season 8 exclusive rewards. So we're gonna have Eyes skin. It always seems to be a skin, which really sucks for me because I really like to push for skins, and I don't like to push my guild to that level. It's great to be that way, I guess, but I find it to be somewhat toxic sometimes if you have a guild full of like really high-end players and one of them is sick or one of them is not able to attend to their account or something like that, and you end up kicking them or something like that because you're just that serious about guild versus guild. Now this one, guild versus guild in Watcher Realms, is pretty healthy, so it's like something you could actually consider doing, but I don't like to. But it might become a consideration if they keep putting skins on there, because I really want the skins and all of these bubbles and patterns and you name it, I like it all. But there's also a guild banner pattern you can earn from the Gladiator's Gauntlet, and a fresh chat bubble, which actually looks really cool. I like this chat bubble. And guys, that is kind of it for now. I don't really have anything else to talk about for this update. It looks really interesting. One thing I could say is, since I'm already over on here, right now I can pull up the test server, and you have to know that I don't know if this is coming up in this update. It's probably not. We might be still working out the kinks, but I've already released a video on Abyss 1, the Sauryan Grimmscale new guild boss, and he's pretty crazy. So all those like boosting up your defenders, I'm assuming, right, that the defensive damage dealers and HP based damage dealers are going to have a place and a role now in the Sauryan Grimmscale. So if you have any of those like Trusk or whatever, they might just get amped up for this boss. I haven't really tried it out yet. I've been farming gear on the test server, trying to get myself some HP based sets and defense based sets, but they're really hard to get. And if you haven't already and you would like to start farming that gear as well, I have updated my gear recommendation settings for you. All you have to do is join Discord and pick up the code and add it to your game. But anyways, guys, that's all I have for today's video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, like I said, join that Discord. We have hero guides, stage guides, tier guides, price guides, takeovers, gear recommendation codes, everything you could possibly think of right there in the Discord for now. And we were also working on prospector.gg, a new website. It's just taking a lot of time. But anyways, thanks for tuning in, and until next time, keep digging.